Alrighty. Hey guys. Today we're going to be doing another workout similar to the ones that we usually do. My clients' goals are muscular hypertrophy, specifically in the core, and then also increasing range of motion. So today we're going to do a workout similar to the other ones where we do a quick ab circuit, and then we will do stretching at the end. But first, we're going to do our warm up. 5-minute aerobic warm up is what ACSM recommends. If you want to go on a 5-minute walk or a 10-minute walk, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'll give you another option of what you can do instead. That's what I'll be doing today. And then following the aerobic warm up, we'll do dynamic stretching. The total warm up will be about 10 to maybe 15 minutes, probably more like 10. And then it'll be about light to moderate intensity. So at the end, we'll probably work up to like a 6 or 7 RPE. So first, we'll do our general aerobic warm up. You can do this with me. I will be doing the full time, so we can kind of do it alongside each other. For the aerobic portion, we're going to do a minute of high knees, a minute of squats, and then 30 seconds jumping jacks. And we're going to do 2 rounds of that to equal 5 minutes. So we'll get started. So first, we're going to do a minute of high knees. Might give a little bit more, but it'll get your heart rate up. Make sure you're getting those knees up the whole time. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're at 30 seconds. Good. Think about getting those knees up. Fifteen seconds left. And in a couple seconds, we're going to squats. Good. Just regular back squat or body weight squat. Your butt moving backwards should be your first motion. Think about getting low. Your thighs should hit parallel to the ground. 30 seconds. We are doing some squatting motion in this workout, or in the circuit, so it's good to do exercises similar to the ones that you'll be performing in your workout during your warm-up. 5 seconds, we'll go into 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Good. Make sure you're doing full range of motion. This will warm up not only your legs, but your arms as well. Ten seconds. Good. And then we'll go back into high knees, 1 minute. Keep getting those knees up. Halfway. Almost done. 15. Good. Let's go into squats. And you should feel your heart rate going up. Make sure we're getting our body loose and warm. Seconds that way. Keep it up, almost done with the aerobic part. Seconds. We're going to jumping jacks. This time I'm going to show you a modified version of a jumping jack that you can do if these are too hard or if you're injured in any way. 30 seconds jumping jacks. So again, this is a normal jumping jack. If you want to modify this to make it easier, you don't have to jump. You can point. But you both can do regular jumping jacks. You got 10 seconds. Get those arms up. And good. Alrighty, so that was our aerobic part. Next part of our warm-up is going to be the dynamic stretching. So we're going to start off with walking side lunges, which are just side lunges, but we're going to alternate and do jumping jacks a few times throughout our dynamic stretching just to keep our heart rate up, alright? So first, like I said, we'll do walking lunges. Each one of these, again, are 30 seconds each, so I'll be timing that and you can do them with me. Alright. You should feel these in your hamstrings, hip flexors, make sure you're getting low. You got 10 seconds. I say walking because I want you to come back to the middle. We're going to do jumping jacks in 2 seconds for 30 seconds. Go. Keep that heart rate up. Blood flowing. After jumping jacks, we're going to hit the knee to chest and quad pulls. You can do these down the hallway, whatever, but we'll do 30 seconds of those as well. 5 seconds left. Alright, I'll try and do them back and forth here with you. Try to keep that balance. Make sure it's in your hamstrings and your glutes. 10 seconds here. After this, we're going to do quad pulls. Good, now we're doing quad pulls. I'm sure you can guess this is stretching your quads. 30 seconds here. Seconds. It's not about speed, make sure you're getting a good stretch here. After this, we're doing jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Go. Good, halfway. This, we'll go into monster kicks, and then we'll stretch our arms a little bit, finish with jumping jacks, then we'll be ready for the circuit. 2, 1. Good, monster kicks. Try and keep your legs straight if you can. It's okay if you can't get very high. Definitely feel this. Your hamstrings. 10 seconds. Opposite hand hits opposite foot. 5. Good. Now we're doing walking arm circles. So these are dynamic stretches. I want you walking while we do these arm circles, all right? Forwards and backwards. Big motion. Oh, don't hit the ceiling. Switch. Good. Now we're going to go into jumping jacks to finish for 30 seconds. 5 seconds here. And jumping jacks. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Good. Alrighty, that was just about 5 minutes. So you should feel your heart rate elevated. You should feel warm. If there's anything else that you feel like you need to stretch before we start the circuit, go ahead and do so now. Otherwise, we'll go into our circuit. Alrighty, so now we're ready to get into our ab circuit. I'm going to do a little bit of talking real quick first though. So ab circuit, we're going to be targeting all of these exercises are going to be targeting your rectus abdominis, which is just right about here. When people show their six-pack, it's that muscle that is showing. And then it's also going to be targeting your external obliques, which are actually your largest and most superficial muscle. So again, you guys are working on muscular hypertrophy, so that's why we're going to be kind of targeting those muscles there. As for intensity, most of these exercises are only going to be about 60 to 70, maybe 75% of your heart rate max. It's not too bad, but again, our focus is really engaging that core, so make sure you're staying intentional about that throughout the circuit. You'll hear me say that probably again, except for our last exercise. That'll be about 80 to 90% of your heart rate max because they'll be burpees, and I put those in intentionally so that we kept our heart rate up during this circuit. So you are going to be doing 4 sets total. I'm going to be doing the first set with you, so you can follow along with me. I'll try and do all of the reps as best as I can. I might talk a little bit, so I might mess up on number of reps, but I'll try and say those for you. So you know, and then I'll also maybe talk about some progression things, how to make it easier, how to make it harder. So you will do it how I show, or you can do the harder version of it as well if you want, but I know that you can do it the way that I show it, so you don't have to do it any easier. Those are just for other people who listen. So we'll do 5 exercises here. The first one will be side plank. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds each side. I'll do the time here. Alrighty, make sure you see me. So side plank, we do these a lot, but I think that they're great. One sec. And up. Oh, yeah. I think these are great because it's just kind of a good way to stabilize your core. This should be working your external obliques. You should be feeling it right here. Make sure to keep your hips up. If you want to make this easier, you can go onto your knee, go up like this, instead rather than this. This will make it easier. And we're going to switch. So that's one way up. That's one way to make it easier. A way to make it harder is to do a straight arm plank like this. That would be a little bit harder for you, or you can add weight if you want and go like this. But for you guys, my clients, just do a straight arm or a side plank like this. We got about 10 seconds here. Make sure you're not using that opposite hand to help you stay up. 1 and down. Good. So you'll do 30 seconds each side. Next, we're going to do a squat hold with a crossover. So we're going to do 10 of these here. What it's going to be, it's pretty self-explanatory here, but we're going to do squat, hold, 1, 2, and come up. Cross your leg over to your opposite arm. Squat, hold, 1, 2, come up. That's 1. We're going to do 10. All right. So we're going to start over. That doesn't count. Ready? 1, 2, cross. 1, 2, cross. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Really think about engaging your core. This is an easy one to kind of go through the motions. Think about really engaging that core. I think we're on 3, 2. Good. 4, 5 more. Squeeze those glutes as you come up from the squat. Good. Engage that core here. We're going to do one more. It should be 10 total. Good. Next, we're going to do plank jacks. This is also something that you guys haven't done. Oh, excuse me, I should mention for the exercise we just did, to make it harder, you can hold weight right here as if you're doing a goblet squat. And then to make it easier, take out the squat, just like this. Ready? Okay, now plank jacks. These will be 12 sets. 12 reps. I'll show you these here. We're going to be in a straight arm plank position. I'll show the side first, and then I'll do it straight on. So this is what it should look like. Straight arm plank. You go out and out and. That was 3 that I just did. So yeah, we'll do 12 of those right now. To make this easier, don't jump so much, just bring your feet out. To make it harder, you can add a band, a small band around your ankles or your thighs. And that'll make it a glute workout as well as a core workout. So we'll do 12 right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, make sure you're intentionally engaging that core to get the full benefit. So, good. Next, we're going to do elevated mountain climbers. So, the reason that I'm elevating it rather than doing the typical straight arm plank type mountain climber is because it's going to isolate our abs. Sometimes when you do the straight arm normal mountain climbers, your arms get tired, your triceps, your deltoids, and so then you're not engaging your core as much, and I want you to really focus on engaging that core. So find an elevated surface. We're going to do opposite knee to opposite elbow, and we're going to do 8 of these. That'll be 1. 2, 3, 4, slow and controlled here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, make sure you're doing those slow and controlled. Not really a way to make it easier that I can think of, but to make it harder, you can just do a regular mountain climbing where we do it a straight arm plank, and you're kind of moving your legs a little bit faster than that. but today I want you to do those elevated ones like I said. And the last exercise, burpees. These are the ones that I said are probably going to be 80 to maybe 90% of your heart rate max. I put these in so that your heart rate would stay up as we do this, since the other ones aren't as intense. To make these harder, you can add a push-up, and to make these easier, you don't have to jump at the top. But yeah, we'll do 10 of them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So again, that was one set. You're gonna do 4. So you can pause the video right now. Well, take a 30-second rest, and then pause the video. Go through the other 3 sets, and then once you're done, come back and we'll do our stretching / cool down portion of the workout. Alrighty, so for the final part of our workout, we are going to do static stretching. So it's also going to kind of act as our cool down, because cool downs consist of static stretching as well. I'm actually going to do all of these for 30 seconds, which is how long I want you guys to do them as well. So again, we can go through this together. Yeah, so I have about 10 different stretches for you guys to do. Should hit kind of everywhere in the body here. Think about stretching to a point where you feel slight discomfort. That's what is recommended by the ACSM. So yeah, I'll go through these with you here. I'll keep time. First, we're going to do the cat-cow. So a lot of times when people are doing, depending on what core exercises you're doing, they'll start having problems in their back from the strain that some core exercises can put on your back. So yeah, we're going to do some back stretches first. First, we're going to do the cat-cow. We'll do this for 30 seconds here. I'll show it from a side position. Alright, ready, go. Should feel good, especially in your lower back. Halfway here. Think about moving that neck with it, moving it up and down with your body. Good. Next one, we will do a knee flex to each side. So we'll hold each side for 30 seconds. I'll kind of go through this with you. So like it says in the name, you're going to flex your knees and just go to the side. Make sure that you're keeping this opposite shoulder down on the ground. We'll start the time. And kind of play around with how far up you're putting your legs. Basically, the point of this stretch is to stretch your lower back. You might feel it in your upper back as well. So play around with whatever feels good. Alright, keeping time here. Got 5 seconds. And then we switch into the other side. Switch. Your back might even crack when you do this one. Another thing to think about while you're doing these stretches is your breathing. We'll talk a little bit about that after this. 2, 1, good. Like I said, one thing to think about while you're doing these stretches is your breathing. So that workout, we ended in burpees, so your heart rate is probably still pretty high. So when we're doing this cool down in these stretches, think about breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, slow, controlled breaths. Yeah. So next we're going to do toe touches. Pretty simple. Think about trying to keep. Most important thing is that you're keeping your knees flat on the ground. We do sit and reach for fitness testing, so this is going to help with um, stretching out your hamstrings. Again, knees flat. If you can't touch your toes, that's fine. But go as far as you can. So 30. Heels should not be further than shoulder width apart. Try to get a good view. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Good. Next we will be doing a straddle stretch. So this one is you're going to be basically open your legs as far as you can and get in this straddle position here. Again, might not look like this. Your feet might be closer, and just go as far as you can here. And we'll do 30 each side. So I'm going to start in the middle here. Start 30. To make this a little bit harder, you can point your toes. You should feel this in your hamstrings. So semi-tendinosus, semi-membranosus, biceps femoris. 5 seconds here. And then we'll go to the right side. Make this stretch hard if you take your opposite arm. So in this case, it'd be my left arm. And try and touch your foot. Get the best stretch when doing that. We got 10 seconds here. Thinking about those deep breaths. Switch over to the left side here. Switch. Again, keep those knees flat. Don't want to see this here. 5 seconds here. And good. Good. Next, we're going to do the butterfly stretch. When you're doing the butterfly stretch, I don't want you bouncing your knees up and down. Just bring your heels in as far as you can, and lean into it. We're gonna hold this for 30 here. Again, don't bounce those knees. Just bring your chest forward. You should feel this in your groin. It should also feel kind of good in your lower back. It's a good stretch to try and increase your range of motion in the hips. 20 seconds or 10 seconds here. You might also feel this in your glutes. Good. Next we're going to do, I call it cross over the leg. I don't know what it's called, but cross one foot over, bring this foot in as far as you can. Hold it for 30 each. You should definitely feel this in your glutes. Just to kind of preface this again, when we're doing cool downs, we want to be doing static stretching. That's just what the ACSM guidelines recommend. This is kind of part of our workout, kind of part of our cool down, like I mentioned. Good, and switch. After this, we'll be going into another stretch where we'll be stretching our quads. Next, we're going to go into a lunge, and we're going to bring our back foot up. So, kind of like so. Bring that back foot up. You should feel this, whichever leg you have up. So in my case, it's my right. You'll feel this in your right quad. Depending on how far forward you stretch, you'll feel it in your hip flexors as well. 5 seconds here. A little more than halfway through our stretches. Good. Switch. Again, if you feel if you feel tight or sore anywhere else and you want to do more stretches, that's totally fine. You can do so when we're done doing these. I just picked out a few for you guys. Good. Next, we're gonna stretch the triceps. I'm gonna do it on my knees here, so you can see me. You can do it standing. You can do it sitting. Doesn't matter. 30 seconds each. We didn't do push-ups today, but typically have you guys do a lot of push-ups so we can get ready for the fitness testing. So this is a good one since push-ups are targeting your triceps. 5 seconds here. Good. Switch. Focus on that breathing. We're halfway here. And good. Alrighty. Next, we're going to do one wall stretch. That is going to target your anterior deltoid. Okay. Don't mind my family pictures here. 30 here. Oh, sorry, that's not the one I want you doing. This one. So reach back as far as you can. You should feel it right here, like I said. Anterior deltoid, pectoralis major. Go. Good, we're halfway here. Really doesn't matter if your arm is straight or not, as long as you're feeling this stretch where I showed you before. Get rid of the switch here and switch. I'm not gonna do this right now, but you can always play around with this one. Go up further, go down further. This is a good stretch to really increase your range of motion in the shoulder. We do this in softball, or I do this in softball sometimes to get ready or after practice. Good. Alrighty. And I think we got one more. For a 10-1, this is another stretch that I do before and after my softball practices and games. Don't know what it's called. I call it the Michael Phelps. I think a lot of people call it the Michael Phelps. This is just going to loosen up our shoulder joint here. So you're gonna kind of let your bend over like so, and then let your shoulders hang. And we're gonna kind of do some windshield wipers, I guess you could call them, like so. I think swimmers do this a lot before they swim. I don't know for sure. I know I do before practice. Like I said, we're at 15, halfway. And done. Alrighty. Good job. So like I said, I only did 10 stretches there, but again, if there's anything else that you feel like needs being stretched, needs to stretch, feel free to do that. Other than that, though, we're done. Good job today. Look forward to seeing you again.